Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife review for you. Today we have the Artisan Cutlery Immortal. This particular version is the titanium frame lock with the S35 VN blade. But as with all Artisan Cutlery knives, it comes in many versions and many colors. You can get a G10 version with a D2 blade starting at about $52. You can get a D2 D2 G10 contoured version. You can get a titanium like this with the M390 blade, and all of them come in a bazillion different colors. The G10 ones are all pretty much in stock. They're like $52-$60 depending on which you want the contoured or not. The titanium ones aren't really in stock anywhere right now, but I'm sure they'll be back. This is one of their big sellers, so I'm sure it will be back again. The last price I saw for one of these, again, they're out of stock right now everywhere, so I couldn't see. On the website, they have them listed at $265 on the Artisan website, and the M390 is listed at $315. But this I saw on Massdrop. The last time I saw it was $160. I want to say it was like $190, something like that. $180, $190 at your, your Blade HQ, your White Mountain Knives, your GP Knives, places like that. And the M391 was, about $50 more. So we're just going to go with roundabouts $200 for this, something 180, 190, something like that. We're not going to get too much in the price on it because let's just get that out of the way. For the value, what it costs is well worth it. It's very well put together. Everything's great. So there's not really a huge need to get into that. But I'm just sorry. I apologize in advance that I couldn't give you an exact price at the time that I'm filming this. All right. Whew. Let's move on. So Artisan has been pumping out a whole ton of stuff. They have a whole ton of designs, and as I said, everything they make comes in a million different versions. They make good quality stuff. Been pretty happy with the quality and everything that I've gotten from them. Not always with the design, but they're just trying to get started. They're trying to pump out a bunch of stuff. And not everything's going to be a hit when you're just pumping out that much stuff. But this one, I actually like quite a bit. There are a few things about it I really like, and nothing that I really truly hate. But before we get any farther into that, let's talk about the stats in this thing. You have an overall length just over 3.5 inches, and it is just barely over. So remember that if legalities apply. Overall length just under 8.5 inches. You have a blade thickness of 0.15 inches. Handle thickness pretty thick. Let me show you here because I have forgotten to write that one down, so we're going to do it right here live. But I do remember it is quite thick. Yeah, about 0.578 if you want to be really precise. Not crazy thick or anything, but it is a little bit thicker than the average. And a weight of 5.5 ounces, so little more than average for a titanium frame lock of this size, but not crazily so. And then what is it? Yeah, that's it for the stats. Let's do some size comparisons and let's get moving on. We will put first our Ontario Rat Model 1. See, it's a little smaller than that. We'll go through the standards first here. Our primary standard, your Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Very similar in overall size to a PM2. And the Kershaw Bare Knuckle. A little bit bigger than that. And then we will compare it to, since I have it sitting right here, and it was in my pocket today, another titanium frame lock, your Zero Tolerance 0562 tie. Again, pretty similar to that, a little bit longer. All right, let's talk more about this knife. As far as the looks of it go, I really like it. I was very attracted to the looks of it. The first time I saw it, I thought, man, that's a really cool looking knife. It's not quite what it's not like it's just very curvy. Not like a swayback or anything, but it's just, I like the curvy handle. And aesthetically, it looks really good. The carbon on this is really nice. These little carbon inlays are beautifully done. All the machining is beautifully done on the handle. Get to more of that in a minute. I like the Artisan Cutlery cut into the backspacer. I think that's a great way to display your logo, your name. I think that's really cool. Blade is, they keep everything pretty tiny. It's the S35 VN, just that. I like the finish on the blade. This machine machine satin finish. Looks really, really nice. Everything on the handle is very smooth, and all the edges are done very well. The only problem I have really with fit and finish or looks or anything on this is the same problem I have with almost every Artisan, is on the top of this blade, this is beveled a bit, so it's not as bad as some of the others, but they just don't chamfer anything, ever. So it's always kind of there's always kind of sharp edges on the top of the blade on Artisans. I've seen that in every single one I've gotten. Ironically, especially the high-end ones are the worst, but it's okay down here. But up on the spine of the blade, they just don't ever seem to finish that off. That's always a bit annoying. Other than that, that's the only real problem I have with it, quality or looks-wise. As far as the blade goes, again, like I said, pretty thick stock, 0.15. It used to not be thick stock, but it kind of is now. It seems like everybody's going thinner and thinner all the time, unlike me. And you've got about 28 thousandths behind the edge. So you just have this saber grind. Is it a great slicer? No, it's not the best slicer in the world. It's okay, but it's not great. It could definitely be better. The edge was very good out of the box, though. I'll say it is very sharp out of the box. Very robust tip on it. You know, it's not a piercing shape, but it'll work. And a pretty robust tip on it. But yeah, it's not the best slicing blade in the world. But you know, I've had other Artisans with S35, and it held up well, and I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, it's not the best slicer in the world. As far as ergonomics, the next thing I usually talk about, it's pretty darn good. And I thought from the pictures it would look good. In the pictures, the handle doesn't look quite this big, but it is quite large. As you can see, I have large size hands, skinny fingers, but yeah, it's really good ergonomically. It's a very comfortable knife to hold. It definitely is. This fills my entire hand with my long fingers. My only thought is if you have really small hands, maybe this is going to be a bit big for you. But if you have large size hands and up, I think you're going to be very, very comfortable with this knife. The only complaints I have with it ergonomically are, I guess you'd call this ergonomics. Yeah, the cutting edge doesn't start for quite a long ways past your hands. That's not the best thing ever. But, you know, that happens with a lot of knives. But, yeah, I'm not excited about that. But, yeah, it's just a really, really comfortable knife to hold and use. It definitely is. As far as the carry goes, not too bad. Let's pull out ye old Wranglers here. It's definitely a big knife, as you can see. Look at the height of it here. Yeah, you're looking about an inch, almost 2 inches. It is definitely a big knife in the pocket for sure. Like I said, not too bad. But you don't have much sticking out. But it is kind of a pocket dominator. Not completely so, because there's nothing sharp at all here to get by. The flipper tab doesn't get in the way much. But it is going to take up a fair amount of room. You can still get your hand by it in your pocket for absolutely sure. But it's probably not the best thing to carry if you want to carry something else in that pocket. Action, very good. As it has been with every Artisan I've ever touched. Even the cheap ones, they all have this really great fluid action. It's really good. This one's all ceramic. Very snappy detent. Excellent. The action on it is just superb. I really do like it. Yeah, that's about all I really have to say about that. It's just great action. It's not like the best in the world, but it's pretty damn good. So this is going to be kind of a quick review, but what are my conclusions? Yeah, I like it. And for the price, even if it is the 180, 190 that I think it was, that's not bad. S35VN, titanium, carbon fiber, all that stuff. It's checking all the boxes. Comes in a really nice little, I'll show you here, little aluminum tin, and with the zipper pouch and the cloth and all that stuff you'd expect. It's just, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with the Artisan stuff. So, and it's a good company, and they're coming out with new stuff like almost every other day. It seems like I saw it at a SHOT Show. They just came out with a whole bunch of stuff. So go check them out. When this is back, I think they are in stock on the yeah, they are in stock on the Artisan website. So I think dealers will have them back in stock soon. But go check them out. Cool knife. Glad I got a chance to experience it. I've been Brian. Have a good one.